Good evening, all of y'all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening,
Ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. All of y'all are done with your homeworks?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Earthworms do not have bones, they have muscles which help them extend and sharpen their body by constant contraction and relaxation, and they are flexible long bundles of muscles, especially designed for life underground. Okay. The skeletal system of an earthworm helps in stay in shape. System helps in move and stay in shape, but do not have bones and okay, Aishwarya. Ashwat. The earthworm does not have an internal skeleton as we have protection. Deepika, you sent your homework. Deepika, is your homework sent?
Sorry, ma'am. I forgot, ma'am.
Okay, I want you to send it right today, okay? After class.
No, ma'am. I've done it.
Oh, you've done it. Okay, send it to me. Okay, we have a new student, Tarakeshwaran. I hope I'm spelling your name right.
Ma'am, it's Tarakeshwaran.
Okay, Tarakeshwaran. This is your first class, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll just tell you how this class works. Okay. So everybody should turn on your cameras. Okay. All of y'all turn your cameras on. And every Sunday you will be having a test of whatever I'm teaching in class. Okay. It will be an online test which you can access through WhatsApp. Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Mute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Okay. So after every class, like when I'm teaching, I don't want you to take any notes. Okay. I want your concentration to be on the board. After every particular topic, I'll be giving you 5 minutes or something to make notes of it. Okay. During that 5 minutes of time, you can clarify whatever doubts you have. Okay. And I want all of you all to score at least 50% or more in your test. So if anybody is scoring less than 50%, you will be given extra assignments with extra classes. Okay. So please make note of it. So this is all you need to know. And every class I'll be giving you a homework which you should write in a notebook and send it to me in my private WhatsApp chat. Okay, okay, Dharakeshwar. Fine. Earthworm do not have an internal system as we do not run protection. Yes, Mohanish.
Ma'am, I completed my homework. I will send you after the class. I will send the homework, special homework, and the normal homework.
Why are you sending it to me after class?
Because now I am joined. Now, ma'am, I have no option to send because it's a class. The class has started.
You should send it to me before class starts, right? That is the rule. You know that, right?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Please pardon.
Okay. Sweetage. Right about the skeletal system, earthworm do not have bones, and it means that doesn't have a skeletal system, and they have muscles which help them to extend and shorten their body, consequent contraction, relaxation. Okay. Some earthworms do not have bones, it has muscles, which means right about the skeletal framework of the hand. So our hand is made up of 3 parts. Okay. All right. So everybody has done their homework except Mohanish, who didn't send me his homework yet. Okay. So we'll start with the class. Everybody turn your camera on. Mohanish, turn your camera on. Soumya. Tarakeshwar and everybody camera on. Mohanish, I want your camera on. I just spoke to your dad, Mohanish. It doesn't look like you've been concentrating in class. So I want you to especially turn your camera on. Mohanish, can you please turn your camera on and not waste the class time?
Ma'am, can you wait for some time? I will turn on the camera.
Yeah, okay. Just give me a minute, guys. I'll share my screen. Okay, so in last class, we saw about the carpal. That's basically the structure, the whole framework structure of your hand. Okay, this is what we saw in detail. Now we're going to see what a skeleton actually is. We already saw that. We'll have a small brush up with points. And then we will see about other internal detail about what is there inside the bones, what is there around the bones, what makes up your whole framework of your body. Okay, so that is what we'll be seeing now, which is the skeletal system. Okay, so first we'll talk about the skeleton. Okay, so a skeleton is nothing but it's an internal structure of an organism. You all know that. Okay, so this skeleton, what it does, it helps in the movement. So you know that you cannot move without the skeletal framework of your body. You cannot have a proper movement of your joints and everything. It's because of the skeleton, right? So what this skeleton does, that it forms a framework that will give also provides shape to your body. All right, so this skeleton, what is skeleton made up of?
Bones.
Made up of bones.
Bones.
So there are different
Bones and
kinds
muscles.
of, okay, there are different kinds of bones that is joined together in a particular manner to allow a particular movement. So what these joints do, these joints, these bones make up joints. These joints help in movement. Okay. So in many other like animals, like higher animals apart from us, be it a normal cat, dog, or anything, in higher animals, all these bones, muscles, and cartilage together, they help in the movement. So just with bone, you cannot help in the movement. Along with joint that is made up with the bones, you need cartilage and muscles. Now this is what we're going to see. What is a cartilage and what is a muscle? Okay. This is what we actually saw in last class. This whole thing is a small brush up. Okay. Now let's look at what a cartilage is. So before cartilage, we'll see muscles first and then we put the cartilage. Okay. So what these muscles are, can anyone tell me? What do you know about muscles? Raise your hand first. Whoever knows the answer. What a muscle is. Nobody. Yes, Mohanish.
Ma'am, muscles are tissues which cover up bones.
Okay, very good. Yeah, Soumya.
Ma'am, muscles are inside our skin.
Okay.
Parts.
Okay, so Mohanish told there's something that covers our bones, and Soumya told it's below our skin. Anybody else? Yeah, Adrit?
Ma'am, in our body there are 600 muscles.
There are 600 muscles. Where did you learn this?
Ma'am, when ma'am, I saw in a book.
Okay, very good. There are 600 muscles, right? Sritej, yeah?
Muscles are fibrous tissues.
Very good. They are fibrous tissues. Excellent. Anybody else? Okay, very good, guys. Okay, so every point that you guys told is right. So there are about 600 muscles in the human body. All right. So these muscles say nothing but when you have a particular bone, you will have a fibrous tissue that covers up this bone, right? So after these muscles only, you will have your skin, right? This is your bone and this is your muscles. Right. So this muscle is nothing but it's a flesh. Okay. So this muscle helps in movement and it is attached to your bones. All right. So now this is all you need to know about muscles. Now let's go to the next part, that is the cartilage. Now tell me what you know about cartilage. Raise your hand. Anybody? Tarakeshwar in camera. Yeah, guys. Anybody who knows the answer? Deepika, yes. Deepika? You're not audible, Deepika. I don't know if you're speaking. Okay, Aishwarya?
Some cartilage is connective tissues.
They are connective tissues. Okay. Sritej?
It also helps to support the body.
Okay. Deepika, are you able to speak? Okay, Mohanish?
Ma'am, can you hear me now?
Ma'am,
One
ma'am,
minute. 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, Deepika.
Ma'am, cartilage is a substance which helps the muscle to stick to the bones.
So it is a substance.
Yeah.
What does it help the bones to do?
It helps the muscle to stick to the bones.
Okay. Yeah, Mohanish?
ma'am, cartilage are strong tissues which help bones to meet.
Allows bones to meet. Okay, Mohanish. Okay, so everybody, it's good that everybody tried. Okay, but this is not the correct information what you guys gave. Okay, so cartilage is not any substance. Cartilage itself is a type of bone only. Okay, it is a type of bone, but it is flexible. It is a bone that can bend. Okay, can you bend your ear bone? Try bending your ears. Can you bend it with your hand?
Yes.
Yeah, that is only cartilage. Okay, it is a bone that can be bent, that is flexible. So example, ear bone. All right, so they're part of the skeleton that is not hard. It is not hard. That is why you're able to bend it. Okay, they are found in the upper part of the ear. Where else? You can bend your nose also, right? You can bend your nose with your hand. So it's your nose. It's located there. Okay, so
Protect the bones.
it is not any protection. It's just a normal bone. How a normal bone is there? A normal bone is there. Around that muscle is there. Around that skin is there. Similarly, the cartilage is there. But the bone is not hard. That's it. Okay. Okay. So this is what are cartilages. Okay. So this cartilages, muscles, and all these bones make up your skeleton. All right. So after that, we have our joints. We saw the different types of joints, right? We saw ball and socket joint, we saw pivot joint, we saw hinge joint, we saw fixed joint. Yeah. Now we're going to see the different types of skeletal system in different types of animals. Okay. Before we go there, please make note of all this. And y'all can ask me if any doubts y'all have. Tell me when you're done.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes, Monish.
Ma'am, actually, in my new school last year, it told me that a cartilage is a strong tissue, but you're telling it is a type of bone.
It is not a
Correct?
strong tissue, it is a type of bone. I'll come to that point, Mohanish. Don't worry. I'll have a little more point to explain. I'll tell that.
Mom, this is Soumya and I'm done.
Okay.
Mom, I'm done. I show you. Ma'am, this is Adrit. I'm done.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Ritesh. I'm done.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Deepika. I'm done.
Okay. Anybody left? All of you are done. Anybody left? Can I go to the next part?
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yeah, okay.
Which is
Ma'am, I am also done.
Okay. Yeah, Mohani, you've been trying to say something for so long. What happened? Check your connectivity, Mohanish. You're not audible. Okay, I hope everybody's done. Yeah. All of you are done. Anybody? Please let me know if anybody's left.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Yeah, please make it a little bit quicker.
Ma'am, should we write the column of bonds and cartilage later?
No. I'll tell you when to write it.
Okay.
Please make it quick. Please make it quick. Don't take a lot of time. Don't do the drawing part and all and waste your time. Just make notes of whatever you learned. Radhikeshwar, are you done?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, guys. So coming to the point, since I told you this is the type of bone. Okay, so you might ask, why do we say that the skeletal system is made up of the bones, cartilage, and muscle? You can simply say bones and muscles, right? But why are we saying bones, cartilage, and muscle? So, what makes cartilage different from these bones? Why is it not just called a bone and why is it called separately a cartilage? That's what we're going to see. You know that bones are hard because they are made up of calcium, right? So, bones are hard, they are not elastic, okay, and it forms the whole skeleton, okay, whereas cartilage is soft and it is elastic, right? One more important thing is bones are made up of calcium, which makes it hard, right? Whereas cartilage is made up of tissues, your bone tissues, all right? So that is nothing but connective tissues. So these connective tissues make up the cartilage. That's why we consider cartilage as a tissue. That's why we don't put it under the category of bone. Okay, because it's made up of tissue, unlike that of bones. Okay, so we have two types of bones, that is spongy bone and we have compact bone. We need not go that in detail, just know the type of this thing. Whereas in cartilage, we have three types of cartilage, which is hyaline cartilage, then you have fibrocartilage, and we have another type which is called elastic cartilage. Okay, so this is the major difference that you need to know. And another difference is that you know that all the bones, they have blood vessels in them, whereas here there is no blood vessel. Okay, this is the basic difference that you need to know. You can make note of this later on, not right now. Just give me a minute. Okay, make note of it later on. Okay, now let's go to the skeletal system of the different animals. So different patterns of movements of animal is because why they don't walk like human beings? Why do animals not walk like us? Because they have a different skeletal structure. So different patterns of movements of animal is because of differences in their skeletal structure. So this difference in skeletal structure is known as gaits of animals. Okay, so if I ask you what gaits of animal is, you'd say different movements This is called gaits of animals. All right. So now let's look at the first animal, which is a snail. We'll go first to earthworm. Since you guys did that as a homework, we'll go with earthworm. Okay. So y'all now are very much aware that earthworm doesn't have any bones, that do not make a proper framework of their skeleton. Okay. So earthworms, they do not have an internal skeleton. Okay, so you have noticed that in a normal earthworm, they have so many lines on their bodies. Have you guys noticed it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So their body is made up of many rings. So each ring is joined to another ring. Okay, and there are many muscles that is attached to these rings. So to these rings, muscles are attached. Okay, so these rings will help. What these rings do is they help the body to extend and shorten. You know how a earthworm moves, right? It moves a little bit forward, it expands, and then it comes back to its position. Expands, come back to its position. This is how the movement is, right? So you would have noticed that in an earthworm. Okay, so this is due to the rings that the muscles are attached to it, which helps in the extension and the shortening of the muscles. You know that the muscles help in the movement, right? So the skin of the earthworm. Now let's go to the skin. The skin of the earthworm, what they have is they have large number of tiny holes in them. Okay, these holes are called bristles. Okay, so okay, any of you, can you tell me how do these earthworms breathe? Anybody knows how the earthworm breathes?
Ma'am, from mouth.
Okay, mouth. Okay, anybody else?
Ma'am, through nose.
Have you seen a nose of an earthworm?
No, ma'am.
Hmm. Anybody else?
Ma'am,
Good try.
Ma'am, I have a question about earthworms.
Yeah.
Ma'am, are earthworms blind?
No, they're not blind.
Ma'am, my classmate told me that.
Okay, no, they're not blind and all.
Ma'am,
From
Yes.
the skin?
ma'am, do the skin?
Very good. Through the skin. Exactly. Okay. So very good. So these earthworms, they have tiny pores on their skin. Okay. So first, let's look at one part of the skin. So they have pores. These pores help in breathing. So the exchange of gases happens through the holes on their skin. Okay. Second thing is that they have bristles. Bristles are nothing. What are bristles? Like, you know, your toothbrush, right? So your toothbrush, you have these hair kind of structure. This is only bristles. Okay. So these kind of bristles are present on the skin of the earthworm also. So these bristles help them to move, basically like legs they are. Okay. So these extensions, what they do is these bristles, what they do, they help in the to hold a proper grip. Now you would have seen earthworms are they can climb a pole and all. So how are they like vertically climbing up? It's because of the bristles that they have. So it helps in a good grip. Okay, so this is all you need to know about the bristles of the earthworm. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so anybody has any doubt regarding earthworm? Okay, I hope it's clear. I'll try to bring this a little bit more down so the screen gets a
Ma'am,
little wide. Yes, Mohanish. Yes, Mohanish.
ma'am, I joined late.
Huh?
Ma'am, I joined late. That's why I can explain that. Ma'am, I joined late. There's no for the connectivity. You said no. Connectivity is bad. That's why I want to rejoin. Can you please again
Any of you
explain me the
understand?
earthworm? I didn't understand.
Ma'am, his
Any
voice
of you
is
are
breaking.
Said that he joined late, so can you explain to him what we were talking?
okay, all right. Yes, Mohanish, I'll do it. Just give me a minute.
Ma'am, how does earthworm breathe in the soil?
Through its skin only. Soils have pores that has holes in it, right?
Ma'am, also
Soil.
true for the cartilage.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yes, guys, make note of it. Okay, when you guys are making note, I'll tell Mohanish what he missed. Okay, Mohanish, listen to the class. So you know that different animals, they have different movement. Okay, they don't walk like human beings. Why? Because they have a different skeletal structure, unlike human beings. So this different skeletal structure being the reason for a different type of movement is known as grades of animals. Okay, so different movement in animals is due to different skeletal structure of theirs, which is called as grades of animals. Okay, so we're going to look at the different gaits of animals. One of the gait that we're seeing is earthworm. So earthworm, you know, it's only completely skin and muscles. That's what they have. They don't have any bones. So earthworms do not have any internal skeleton. Okay, their body is made up of many small rings. These rings are attached to muscles, which help in the movement of the earthworms. It helps them to move it forward and backward. So body to extend and to shorten, which helps in the movement of the earthworm. The movement is in this ways I've drawn over here. This is how the movement is. They move forward a little bit, they come back to the position, a little move forward, they come back to the position. This is how they move. Okay. So the skin, now coming to the skin is, there's two parts. One is the pores, one is the bristles. The pores are tiny holes on the skin of the earthworm, which helps in the breathing of the earthworm, helps in the exchange of gases. Okay. Another thing is they have bristles. These bristles help them to hold a proper grip to wherever they are walking. So they have a strong grip to the ground, means it's because of the bristles that they have. This is all we saw, Mohanish. I hope it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Guys, please make note of it, and also don't take a lot of time. So please make it a little bit quick. Maximum 5 minutes, not more than that. If there's any doubt, you all can clarify.
Ma'am,
Yeah, Mohanish. Please
ma'am,
type
can
your
you tell
point,
me
Mohanish.
what is the last word that is gates of?
Where last word?
Ma'am, this is Adrit. I'm done.
Okay.
Ma'am, how does it survive?
Earthworm. Normally, how any animal would survive? It will breathe through the skin. It will eat whatever the microbes and everything, and it will survive.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm done, Aishwarya.
Okay.
Now I'm done, Deepika.
Okay. Anybody left?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Me, ma'am.
Quickly.
Ma'am, me.
Okay, okay, do it quickly.
Ma'am, I am assured done.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I have completed.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Ritesh, I'm done.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Advita. I'm done.
Okay. Okay, anybody left? Right?
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I hope all of you are done. Okay. Now, let's get back to. Now let's go to another animal which will be same, which is the snail. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes, Advika.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, does ants have skeleton or bones?
What do you think? Do you think ant has skeleton?
I think yes.
Anybody else who wants to add on to her point?
Ma'am, I said yes.
Okay. Anybody else who think that ants have skeleton?
Yes, ma'am, ants have skeleton.
So, you actually, what do you say is you have skeleton. There are two types of skeleton. Okay, one is endoskeleton, one is exoskeleton. Skeleton that is most innermost is called exo. Sorry, endo. Okay, the one which is outside is called an exo. So the external part hard is called the exoskeleton. Okay, so ants have only exoskeleton. They don't have endoskeleton. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now let's go to snail. Okay, so you all very much know that snail have a large shell over here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So also they leave trails of liquid over here wherever they move. Yeah. So snails, what they do is they move with the help of their foot. Okay, this is where their foot is. Their foot is made up of muscles. Okay. Okay. So what they do is they glide on the surface, which will help them to move. Also, this liquid will help them to move, which is called as the mucus. Okay, this motion that is done by the snails It is helped with the help of the muscular contractions of the foot. Similar to how an earthworm moves, it moves like this. Okay, so muscular contractions, they help in the movement.
Ma'am, I
Yes.
have a doubt.
Yeah.
The snails, when they crawl, then why do they leave the liquid?
That is how their body is actually designed. Like what we do when you're walking in sand, you have footprints, right? That is because of the sand. So similarly, they have their own print which cannot be avoided. So another thing why they have liquid is, you know that when you try to slide your leg on a rough surface, it will be very difficult. Whereas on a slippery surface, you can easily slide. But here, on if the snail wants to move on a rough surface, how it will move? It will move only if there is an amount of oil or amount of liquid that helps its slippery surface. For that, this mucus is there, which will help in making the surface more slippery and help in movement more faster. Understand?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So after snail, yes, someone has any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, does the shell is the shell made up of anything like bones are made up of calcium?
Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that point. So we'll see about what this snail shell is made up of. Okay. So this is nothing but calcium. Okay. Calcium. So it's also known as a calcareous shell. Okay, sometime. Okay. So it's just a hard shell covering that helps, but basically, when you touch a snail, it goes inside to protect itself. So this calcium shell or calcareous shell just provides as a protection. That's it. Otherwise, it specifically doesn't have any other function to do. Okay, Shaitej?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's look at another animal, which is the cockroach. Okay, so coming to the cockroach, you all know it has a very tiny head. It has an antenna. Okay, so this cockroach, the body of the cockroach,
Ma'am, I'm having a
yes,
and does the wings thing.
sorry,
Ma'am, does
your voice is breaking. Can you please drop it in the chat box? Okay. So, and also guys, ask doubt only when I'm done with the topic. Okay. When I'm giving you time to write, ask doubt. Okay. So this body of a cockroach, it is covered with the exoskeleton, basically an outer skeleton. Okay. It is covered with a hard outer skeleton. Okay. So basically they have like small units like this. Okay. Small units like, you all would have noticed if you take a butterfly wing, for example, you would have noticed these small lines, right? Have you guys noticed it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, similarly, these lines are there in the wings of the cockroach also. So each part is called a unit. Okay, so different unit joins together to form the outer skeleton. Okay, so this cockroach, it has 3 pairs of legs. 3 pairs of legs means what? How many legs?
6.
6 legs, right? So it has 3 pairs of legs which helps in walking. And there are also 2 pairs of legs, 2 pairs of wings for flying.
Ma'am,
Okay.
does cockroach fly?
Yes, there are cockroaches that fly.
No, ma'am, the normal
Ma'am,
one.
I saw.
It is a different breed, Advika. So different breeds are there. So we're talking about the wild original breed. Okay. So normally cockroaches can fly, but Indian cockroaches, they're all mixed breeded and everything. So some of them, they don't fly. Okay. So what they do is they have a distinct muscle that is used for movement. So the muscles, what these muscles do is attached to the legs. Okay, these muscles that is attached to the wings. So here also muscles are attached. Okay, these muscles are called breast muscles. So basically the wings are attached to the breast muscles. Okay, so they're attached to them. So if they can fly or if they cannot fly also, they have wings. They might have weak wings. Okay, so they are good flyers or bad flyers, they still have wings. Okay, this is all you need to know about the cockroach. Okay, any doubts? Okay, somebody asked, what is the last word of Gates of Animals? I hope you got it, Mohanish. Did you understand later on?
Can I explain? Then only you understand. Then I can
Explain what? Explain what, Mohanish? Explain what?
explain cockroach.
You want me to explain cockroach again? Okay. Advika, Ashwath, turn your cameras on. Okay. So please, all of y'all, make note of it. Okay. So cockroach's body, it is covered with a hard outer skeleton. Okay. So each skeletal part is adjoined by units. Okay. These units join together to form the skeleton of the cockroach. The cockroach has 3 pairs of legs, which makes 6 legs, which is used for walking. And they have 2 pairs of wings, which is attached to the breast muscle. Okay. Which is help them for flying. Okay, and there are muscles that is attached to the legs of these cockroaches which help them to move. That's it. Okay, Mohanish.
Ma'am, should we go to cockroach?
Sorry. This is your homework. Yes, Mohanish.
Snake, cockroach, and movement. Note down.
Yes, you have to note down. Guys, this is for the special students, that is Saumya and Mohanish. This is the additional homework for all of y'all. Okay, for both of you. This homework which I'm writing over here now. So the highlighted homework, always remember, it is for the additional students. If you want to do it, you can do it also. Okay, nobody's stopping you. So the homework that I'm writing in red is always the homework for all of y'all. Okay.
Your screen is black.
Sorry.
Ma'am, I can't see your screen. Screen is black.
Is it like that for all of y'all?
No, ma'am.
Please rejoin. Please rejoin again. 1 minute, guys. Who was it who had a problem with the screen?
Ma'am, can you show the notes?
1 minute. Yeah, Tarakeshwaran, is my screen visible now? Soumya, the screen is visible now? I hope it's visible to all of you all, okay? So I'm reminding you all again, this homework is for Soumya and Mohanish, and this homework is for rest of you all. Soumya and Mohanish are expected to do this homework also, okay? It's not only this homework for you, it's both of them.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, I have a doubt.
yes.
Ma'am, like for the birds, nerve is attached for the birds. Then one nerve is attached for their wings. In like in that in the wings, they have any bone?
So you're asking me, in the wings of birds, are there any bone?
Yes, ma'am.
That is something you have to find out because it's homework, right? You can't ask me that. So find that out.
Okay, ma'am.
Excuse me,
Yes, Mohani.
ma'am, can I research the right notes on the structure of birds? Can I research right notes the structure of birds?
Yeah, you have to research and write.
Ma'am, done. Ma'am,
Yes. Sorry, whoever spoke right now. I don't know who is speaking, but I can't hear you.
I will chat.
Please, whoever is talking now, type it in the chat box. I can't hear you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, like the mouth region of the birds, is it like a bone?
Don't ask me any questions about the birds right now, Advika. It's completely your homework. You need to find it out.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, how does earthworm eat?
It has a mouth. It'll eat with its mouth.
Ma'am, I'm done, Aishwarya.
Ma'am, I am also done.
Okay. You guys are done, you can leave. Whoever is done, please make note of the homework and leave.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
ma'am, Tarakeshwar
Bye, ma'am.
can message in the chat.
Okay, 1 minute, guys. Whoever is writing, 1 minute. Ma'am, can you teach again because of the connectivity issues? Okay, which part do you want, Tarakeshwar? Which part do you want me to teach again?
Ma'am, from the cockroach part.
Yeah, okay, sure. So Tarakeshwar, so the cockroach, you know, the outer body of the cockroach, it is covered with a hard outer covering. Okay, so it has a hard outer skeleton. This skeleton is made up of small units joining together. Okay, these small units join together and they make up the outer skeleton of the cockroach. Okay, so every cockroach has 3 pairs of legs, that is basically 6 legs. These legs are used in the help of walking, whereas it also has 2 pairs of wings which is attached to the muscles of the cockroach. This muscle is known as the breast muscle on which the wing is attached. This wings will help in the flying of the cockroach. And there are also muscles that is located in the legs of the cockroach which help in the movement of the cockroach. That's it. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay, Deepika. Whoever is done can leave the class.
Ma'am, this is Adrit. I'm done.
Okay, Adrit.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Monish, I'm done.
Okay, Mohanish.
I'm done.
Okay.
Ma'am, this is Sritej. I'm done. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Ma'am,
Bye bye.
Ma'am, this is Ashwath. I'm done. Bye, ma'am.
Bye bye. Mohanish, I know, Tarakeshwar, are you done or you still making note of it?
Ma'am, just 5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Ma'am, bye, ma'am.
Bye bye.